Morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions, and thank you for our time together. I want to talk to you about obedience today. Now, I know that's an ugly word, and when you say obedience, people begin to say you're a legalist and you're all this and you're all that, but I want you to hear what Jesus said. John chapter 14, verse 15. If you love me, obey my commandments. Now look down at verse 21. Those who accept my commandments and obey them are the ones who love me. And because they love me, my Father will love them, and I will love them and reveal myself to them. Now verse 23. Jesus replied, all who love me will do what I say. Now look down at verse 31. But I will do what the Father requires of me, so that the world will know that I love the Father. Now notice again and again and again, the core of relationship, the core of an expression of love for God is that we accept and obey His commandments. Now, we live in a Christian world today that thinks that it doesn't matter how you live, just love Jesus. But if you love Him, Jesus said, if you really do love Him, you accept what He says, and if you really do love Him, you obey Him. So there's a lot of people that run around this world today saying they love Jesus, but please forgive me, they don't love Jesus because they don't obey Him. The fruit of obedience is love, and the fruit of love is obedience. It's at the core of our relationship. But I say all of that to bring you to this one verse. Back up to verse 21. Those who accept my commandments and obey them, they're the ones that love me. And because they love me, the Father will love them. I like that. The Father will love them. And I will love them and reveal myself to each of them. And there's the key. I'm probably going to preach a revival night just on this one verse. And reveal myself to each of them. I was reading that the other day in a hotel room and just got lost in it. The promise of an encounter with Christ. Just like Paul had. Just like John the Revelator had. Just like the two men on the road to Emmaus have. The promise of an encounter with Christ. Jesus said, I will reveal myself to each of them. Now, not just to the whole body, but to each one of us. Now, young people, sometimes you look around and you see preachers and you see older Christians, and forgive me, they don't walk the walk. They talk the talk, but they don't walk it. And you go, is there any benefit to living a life that really obeys what Jesus said? Yes. The promise of relationship encounters with Christ. Jesus hangs out with people that love Him. Jesus reveals Himself to people who love Him. And how do we show our love for Him? We obey Him.